Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we will talk about something very strong that affects many people. It is anger. I want to be honest with you. We all feel angry sometimes. Angry at friends, angry at school, angry at life. Sometimes we shout. Sometimes we stay quiet. But even when we are quiet, anger can make us feel bad inside. Anger takes your energy. It can make your friends upset. It can make your body feel bad. And most important, anger can make it hard to think clearly. It is like drinking something bad and hoping other people will feel it too. When we are angry, we can say things we do not mean. We can hurt people we love. We can break trust. We can lose focus. And after the anger goes, we often feel sorry. So, the real question is, can we stop getting angry? Can we train our brain to stay calm? The answer is yes. But first, we need to understand how anger works and how to replace it with something better, emotional control. This lesson is very important. It is not just about anger. It is about freedom. If you learn to control your anger, you become calm. People cannot easily upset you. You become strong, not by fighting, but by staying above the problem. Let me show you how. Step by step. No fake tips, no complicated ideas. Just real, simple steps that work. Step 1. Anger is your choice. This is very important. If you do not understand this, nothing else will work. Think about this. When someone says something rude, what do you usually think? They made me angry, or they made me lose control. But here is the truth. No one can make you angry without your choice. Anger is not like a cold. It does not infect you. Yes, someone can say something rude. Yes, the situation can feel unfair. But what you do next is your decision. Let me give an example. Anna and Tom are in a classroom in London. A student says something mean. You are not smart. You will never succeed. Anna gets angry. She shouts, "Who do you think you are? Don't talk to me like that." She explodes. Tom stays calm. He takes a deep breath. He smiles and says, "Okay, thank you for your opinion." The same words. Two very different reactions. What changed? The way they think. The first person gave the control of their feelings to someone else. The second person kept it in their own hands. Think about your own life. How many times have you said something in anger and then felt sorry, broke something, hurt someone, or cried after being angry? Let one small problem ruin your whole day. All of that comes from one choice. To let someone else control your feelings. We must stop this. This is like being a slave. When something makes you upset, tell yourself, "I can feel this, but I do not need to explode." You can feel hurt. You can feel uncomfortable. But you do not have to get very angry. You are not an animal. You are a human. You have the power to pause, think, and choose. When your mind understands this, you are free. Your feelings are your choice. You are not a slave to your anger. Real strength is not about holding your anger until it explodes. It is about understanding it. Anger is optional. You do not have to keep it. From today, watch your thoughts when you are angry. Pause and ask, am I choosing anger now? Do I want to react like this? What if I choose peace? At first, your mind may resist. It may say, they deserve my anger. Let it talk. Let the storm pass. Then choose. You are not fighting with others. You are training yourself. The more you practice, the less anger will control you. Step 2. Pause before you react. Listen carefully. Anger is fast. Peace is slow. When something makes you angry, your mind wants to react immediately. To shout. To fight. To prove a point. But if you react too fast, you lose control. Most people do not see this. The real problem is not feeling anger. The problem is acting too fast. Think about the first few seconds of anger. Someone says something rude. Your brain feels attacked. It wants to defend. You open your mouth. Your voice becomes sharp. You say something that feels right at the moment, but later it is wrong. Those first 10 seconds can change everything. Friendships, family relationships, your job, your respect. That is why you need to pause. Here is the truth. Nobody teaches us this. Your first reaction is your lowest self. Your second thought is your wiser self. Most people never wait for the second thought. When you feel anger rising, practice this. Close your mouth. Do not say a word. Silence is your protection. Look away or step away. If you can, leave the room. Go outside. Change your place. This breaks the anger circle. Count backwards in your mind. 10, 9, 8 slowly. Each number is one breath. By the time you reach 0, your heart beats slower. Your mind becomes clearer. The anger starts to fade. For example, Emma's friend says something disrespectful. Her hands are tight. She wants to shout, but she pauses, walks outside for 1 minute, comes back and says calmly, "That hurt me, but I want to talk calmly." She just saved her friendship. That is power. Not shouting, not proving her ego, but choosing her response. Why does this work? Anger is like a wave. Fast, strong, dangerous. But it goes away. If you fight the wave, you drown. If you pause, you ride it safely. Practice delaying your reaction. When someone offends you, wait. When someone criticizes you, wait. When you feel angry, wait. Waiting is not weakness. It is training. It is change. The more you wait, the weaker anger becomes. Even 10 seconds of pause can save your health, your peace, your energy, your respect, your future. Words said in anger cannot be taken back. A pause can save a lot. Step 3. Breathe the anger out. Now, a simple but powerful trick, your breath. When you are angry, what happens? Your chest feels tight. Your breathing is fast. Your voice is loud. Your muscles are tense. Your brain is nervous. This is not only a feeling. It is your body reacting. That means the solution can be in the body. Breathing is your superpower. Your breath talks to your brain. When you breathe slowly and deeply, your brain thinks, "We are safe. We are calm. No danger." Then your heart beats slower. Your blood pressure goes down. Stress goes down. Your mind becomes quiet. You can change your feelings with air. Here is a simple trick, the 4-4-8 breathing method. It helps stop anger in 1 minute. Step 1. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel the air go deep into your stomach, not only your chest. Step 2. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. This gives your body more oxygen and builds control. Step 3. Breathe out slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Let all the air go. Gently. This calms your whole body. Do this 3 to 5 times. That is enough. Imagine this. You are in a car in New York. Someone cuts in front of you. Your first thought, what is he doing? You want to shout. But you remember, pause. Breathe. You just saved yourself. Not only from anger on the road, but from ruining your whole day. Breathing is not only for moments of anger. Make it a habit. 2 minutes in the morning. 2 minutes before sleep. 1 minute before hard conversations. This trains your emotional muscles. Like going to the gym for your body. The calmer your breath, the quieter your anger. You do not need magic. You do not need medicine. You do not need to escape life. Sometimes, you just need to stop and breathe. Anger is like a fire. Fire dies without air. When your breath becomes your tool, anger becomes your student. Step 4. Practice letting go. Ask yourself honestly, why do you get angry? You might say, because they were rude to me. Because I had enough. Because no one understands me. But the real reason is usually deeper. Most of the time, we are not angry at the present moment. We carry the past. The anger today is often from old pain. It is a buildup, not only a reaction. You might still feel pain from years ago. Something your parents said. A friend who betrayed you. A rejection that hurt. A failure you still blame yourself for. Expectations that were too high. You keep this pain inside. Then one small thing happens today. And suddenly, all that old pain explodes as anger. But was it really about them? Or was it about something inside you that never healed? Understand this. Letting go is not forgetting. It is about freeing your energy. When you do not let go, you open the same wound every day. You get angry at people who did not really hurt you. You create pain in moments that should be calm. It is like carrying a bag of burning coal and blaming others when it hurts your hands. The fire is not outside. It is inside, because you are holding on. Letting go means forgiving. Not because the other person is right, but because you are tired of carrying poison. You stop repeating old stories in your mind. You stop fighting a war that ended years ago. You accept what happened, and you choose to move forward. Here is how to start letting go. Write it down. Write names, events, betrayals, failures, everything you are holding inside. Say it aloud to yourself. I am not carrying this pain anymore. It has been inside me long enough. It is not part of my future. Release it safely. Burn the paper, delete the file, or rip it. Symbolically let it go. You are telling your brain, this is not who I am anymore. Remind yourself when anger comes back. I have already let this go. I will not live again in what I survived before. Letting go does not mean you are weak. It means you are wise enough to protect your energy. What happened to you is real, but holding it forever is not healing. It is like hurting yourself. From today, stop collecting anger. Stop saving insults. Stop replaying betrayals. Let it go. When you let go, the world feels lighter. Your heart beats slower. Your anger becomes quieter. Step 5. Practice gratitude every day. This may sound simple, but do not underestimate it. Gratitude quietly defeats anger. Why? Because you cannot feel grateful and angry at the same time. Your brain cannot hold both feelings equally. One will win. If you train your brain to live in gratitude, anger loses its power. The human mind usually focuses on what is missing, what went wrong, who was rude, what is unfair. Sometimes, we get angry because of what we don't have. If your mind only thinks about what is missing, it becomes full of anger. But if you remember what you already have, what is good, what is beautiful, something changes. Your mind stops fighting life. It starts to accept life. That is where peace lives. Gratitude does 3 things immediately. It moves your focus from what is wrong to what is right. It stops the anger for a moment and gives softness to your mind. It activates peace chemicals in your brain: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. This is science, not just a theory. Gratitude is simple, powerful, and can change your life if you do it every day. Start a gratitude journal. Every morning or night, write 3 things you are thankful for. 3 people you feel lucky to have. 1 moment that made you smile today. Even if life is hard, find something. If you cannot find big things, be thankful for small things: breath, eyesight, water, food, a roof over your head, or one person who cares about you. Use gratitude like a weapon against anger. When anger comes, say, "Yes, this moment is hard, but I have so much to be thankful for." This does not make problems disappear, but it gives your mind a higher view. You are no longer trapped in the fire. You are above it. Say thank you more often. Say thank you to people who help you, to moments that teach you, to pain that makes you stronger. Every thank you is a step away from anger. For example, you are angry because your boss shouted at you. You go home boiling with anger. You want to quit or take revenge. But instead, you pause. You say, "I am thankful I have a job. I am thankful I have food tonight. I am thankful I still have the power to change my life." Suddenly, your anger drops. Not because the problem is gone, but because you refuse to let it control you. Gratitude is not ignoring problems. It is not letting problems steal your happiness. Anger screams. Gratitude whispers. This is still a gift. When you live with gratitude, your mind becomes like a temple. In a temple, anger cannot survive. Step 6. Clean the hidden pain inside you. Sometimes, a small thing makes you explode. A tiny mistake makes you feel like your blood is boiling. Later, you ask, "Why did I react like that?" It was not even big. Most of our current anger comes from old pain, not the present. Old pain sits quietly in your mind, waiting for a trigger. Everyone carries pain. Some show it, some hide it, but everyone has it. Maybe you were not respected as a child. Someone you trusted betrayed you. You failed at something and never forgave yourself. Maybe you were compared to others, ignored, insulted, or abandoned. You always had to prove your worth, even to your own family. And you kept all this pain inside. Sometimes, we are angry because no one listened to us. But pain is not quiet. It does not go away by itself. Pain grows roots inside. It turns into irritation, mood swings, overthinking, overreactions, uncontrolled anger. You might shout at others, but really, you are shouting for help. Anger is the surface. Under it is pain. You are not angry just because your friend is late. You are angry because you feel ignored again. You are angry because people often do not respect your time. It is not about traffic, a phone call, or dinner. It is about years of emotional dust inside your heart. That is why we must clean it. This is not done in one day. It is a process, but it starts with one brave decision. I will stop pretending I am okay. Take a notebook or open a blank document. Sit quietly. Write down all your pain. Every memory that still hurts. The people who hurt you. The moments you never talked about. Write the things you wanted to say but could not. The anger you hide behind smiles. Do not filter. Do not edit. Just write. This is not a blog post. This is emotional detox. Talk to your inner child. Yes, the younger version of yourself. The version of you who was ignored, pressured, hurt, or made to feel small. Close your eyes. Speak to that version. You did not deserve this pain. I see you. I love you. I am here to protect you now. It may sound strange, but it is emotional science. When you speak with love to your inner child, your adult self becomes calmer, stronger, and less angry. Forgive where you can. Accept where you cannot. Forgiveness does not mean they were right. What they did was okay. Forgiveness means I am done carrying the pain they gave me. If you can forgive, forgive for your own peace, not for anyone else. If you cannot forgive, then accept the past. Stop fighting a movie that already ended. Close the screen. Walk out of the theater. Create a healing habit. Every day, meditate for 5 minutes. Write in a journal how you feel. Speak kindly to yourself. Choose peace in small moments. Stop blaming yourself for old versions of yourself. You cannot fully control anger until you face the real pain underneath it. Clean that pain slowly, gently, and honestly. Then something amazing happens. Things that used to make you angry will not affect you anymore. You are not the same person. You have cleaned the dust. There is nothing left to explode. Step 7. Ask the right question. Anger is not just about what happens. It is about the question you ask when something happens. Your brain is like a question-answer machine. It always gives an answer to the question you ask. For example, when you feel angry, you might ask, why do people always treat me like this? Why is life so unfair? Why does nothing go right? When you ask these negative questions, your brain gives an answer to support your anger. Because no one respects you. Because life is against you. Because people do not care. Because you are unlucky. Then anger becomes stronger. This is the anger loop. A bad event happens, you ask a negative question, your brain gives a painful answer, anger grows, you explode. We can break the loop by changing the question. Ask powerful questions when you feel angry. Is this worth my peace? Not every fight deserves your energy. Peace is precious. Protect it. Will this matter in 5 days? 5 months? 5 years? Look at the bigger picture. Zoom out. You will notice that most of your anger is about things that are temporary and not important. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Sometimes anger is a signal. Not to fight, but to heal. Set a boundary. Walk away. Ask, what would my calm, mature self do right now? Imagine your most peaceful version. How would they react? Let that version guide you. Example, your friend lies to you. You feel hurt. Your first question might be, why did they lie to me? Your brain starts thinking, they are fake. They do not care. I hate them. Now try asking, what can I learn from this? What boundary should I set next time? What does this say about me, not just them? Now the energy changes. You are not reacting, you are growing. You cannot always control what happens, but you can control the question you ask. And your question shapes your emotions, decisions, and life. Every time anger rises, do not ask, why me? Ask, what now? This question does not pull you into pain. It pushes you into power. Step 8. Set clear boundaries. This is very important. Most anger exists because boundaries do not. People are not angry because they are weak. They are angry because they allowed too much, too long, in silence. They tolerated disrespect, unfair behavior, emotional manipulation, and overuse. They stayed quiet. And one day, they explode. Anger is often delayed honesty. You did not speak when you should have. So anger spoke instead, loudly and destructively. A boundary is not a wall. It is a clear line. This is okay for me. This is not okay for me. Without shouting. Without drama. Without anger. People who do not set boundaries live in resentment. People who set boundaries live in peace. When you set boundaries, you do not bottle emotions. You do not feel trapped. You do not feel powerless. You do not feel invisible. Anger grows from helplessness. Boundaries destroy helplessness. Think about where your anger comes from most often. Family, partner, work, friends, or society. Ask yourself honestly, have I stayed silent where I should have been clear? Most people say yes. People stay quiet to avoid conflict. But silence does not remove conflict. It only delays it and makes it worse. Boundaries are not aggressive. They are calm, firm, and respectful. Speak early, not late. Do not wait until you are angry. Say something the first or second time, not the 10th. I am not comfortable with jokes like that. Please do not speak to me in that tone. I need some space right now. Use I statements, not attacks. Do not say, you always do this. You never respect me. Say, I feel disrespected when this happens. I need to be treated with care. Be consistent. A boundary works only if you keep it every time.